Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing? I hope extremely well. And we are here again. Time goes by so quickly, huh? It's crazy. And we are already at Teaching 5, guys. Wow. I hope you have been doing well. I hope that as we go from teaching to teaching, you're seeing the growth, you're seeing the transformation, and just the results and the difference, okay? So I just want to encourage you to hang in there, because there are going to be great days and there are going to be not so great days, but you need to stay focused, you need to stay on course, because we are running this race from a singer to a vocalist. You may get tired sometimes, get out of breath, take 2 seconds just to get yourself back on track and continue the journey until you reach the finish line. Yes, I'm excited to get into today's teaching. So as I said, we are Teaching 5. Oh my gosh. And I love this teaching because I think it will blow your mind, because if you didn't know this, you're going to learn something very interesting, and that will forever change your life when it comes to playing your instrument. Okay, so here we go. The title is The Palette, your palette. And guess what, guys? I'm going to reveal something to you. Your palette, okay, I'm such an is your keyboard. You didn't know, eh? But I'm going to go into detail. I'm going to explain to you how and why. And from this day forth, you will forever or always, you understand, play on your keyboard. In this case, we say vocal board. So are you ready to get into the details to understand why is the palette considered, or why is the palette your vocal board? Here we go. Okay, guys, so we've already established that the voice is an instrument. It is the originator of all instruments. It is the only living instrument. That's how unique. So, also, if you do remember at the beginning, I did express to you, or I did share with you, that all the other instruments on this earth that we know of was created by man. So, in that mode of creation of these external instruments, because the voice is the only internal one, they were trying to emulate the voice as close as they possibly could with these instruments that they were creating. See, hold on you'll see where I'm going with this. Okay, so now if we look at the piano, we look at the violin, we look at the guitar, any instrument that we can think of, that we can name, they all have some sort of board where their register is organized. So we call it a keyboard, right? Or a vocal board, or yes, where everything is centralized for you to be able to access your higher, your middle, and your lower notes. The guitar, you have the guitar, you see the keys. Depending on how you position, you're able to create higher or lower notes, right? Flute, same thing, depending on the positioning of those holes. Depending on the holes that you play, then that will determine whether a high or middle or lower pitch. It goes from the violin also. You see, there is that thing there that you have to lean on in order for you to create these notes. So wait, you mean to tell me that from nowhere they got this whole concept of having a board to organize the higher and the lower and the middle notes? People, let's wake up. No, it is the voice, because they were trying to, as I said, imitate it and learn and understand, and how to be able to create another instrument that could do the things that the voice can do. So if every single external instrument has a keyboard, okay, well, don't you think the originator of all originators has one? Well, here I am to tell you, yes, you do. And this is what we're going to go into detail with, for you to understand how to use your vocal board And from this day forth, every time you produce a note, every time you're creating your sound, you will be playing your vocal board and not singing. As we just remember, I told you the difference between someone who sings and someone who plays. You sing, you think you have an idea, and you're just going to close your eyes and you're going to hope you get it. But in this case, when you're playing your instrument, there's a knowledge. There is an action behind it. There is being in the moment. There is an understanding, and that you're able to reproduce that same sound because you are playing. There is a formula. Are you with me? Can I get an amen? Okay, I'm just being my crazy self, guys. This is how much I love to share this information, because I know it will change. It will change everything for you from this point on, and how you use your instrument. Okay, so here we go. Let's discuss about the palette. Let me introduce you to your palette. Now, last teaching we talked about, or the teaching was to sing the same way that you speak. Got it. Now, here we go. Before I introduce you to the palette, because every technique, guys, that I will be discussing with you, I will show you exactly that's what you do in your speaking mode, because we also discovered that there's no difference between your singing and your speaking. The only thing is that what you are holding your note longer. There is an extension. So all you need is extra ear. But everything else that you do to create your sound when you're speaking is the same thing that you have to do to create your sound when you are in your singing mode. Every single element used in your speaking is also used in your singing. Okay? I need to make that clear. So now watch this. Are you ready for the kicker? One of the reasons, another reason why you can speak for a long period of time without getting tired is there is a natural support, right? Yes. Hey, you feel that, when you're talking, there's something that's keeping it steady and stern, right? It's not like, hi, how are you, okay, where you're not sure. No, that's why you could go, hey, you could project your voice, you could do it soft, because there is a center, there's a control. Guess what that center and control is, people? Your palate. So you probably didn't realize this, but every single note that you utter when you're speaking must and has always and will forever come in contact with your palate, or is being filtered through your palate. You didn't know that, eh? Okay, so let's bring about this awareness. Let's have a conversation. I want you to go, oh, okay, how are you? I had a good day. Oh, yeah. So if you didn't know, the palate is that at the top of your mouth like that. That thing in between your teeth. That is your palate. Now again, be conscious and be aware. Talk. Oh, okay. Did you? I know I'm talking a little weird, because I want you to see exactly every note that I utter always comes in contact with my palate. Interesting, right? So that's why when we were talking about last week, being able to position your sound in the same, or for you to understand how to manually, right? Because we know everything is done automatically. So for you to shift the gears, to place your singing voice in the same position as your speaking voice, well, we said it's up here. You speak upward. Well, your palate is up there, guys. So it's okay. It's not okay. Because if you talk downward, hi, okay, where are you? Okay? So the proper way, the proper speech. Okay, I know along the way some of us has, developed bad habits, but hopefully with this teaching you're able to refine, to readjust and get back to that good speech. I couldn't even find my words. Okay? So again, okay, yes, I had a good day today. You take care. See? So I'm sure you didn't realize how involved your palate is with every note that you utter. So if we come into the singing mode, okay, it's the same thing. So if I go, oh, 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 sorry, oh, yeah, eh, 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 oh, oh, oh. There you have it, guys. So look, just by having this knowledge and that we're going to begin to apply will eliminate a lot of the bad habits that you've been singing with the past, because you just sing without understanding where to go. So you just let everything out. Oh, oh, oh. See? Where's your anchor? Where's your support? Where's your center? That's why when you could go, hey, how you doing? Okay, hey. There's a lot of energy. There's a lot of power in that because you have a foundation. So when you sing and you understand exactly where to look for that anchor or where to start your note. Or I wouldn't say start your note because technically we know it starts already with the airflow. Where to hook. Ah, see, and the what's that? And that's where a lot of you've been singing. No, again, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that you're here, that I'm able to share this with you, because the singing that you've been doing is what you've been either hearing other people do or watching, and then you've been trying to adapt in some way without having the clarity of exactly what should be done. Okay? Sorry, I hope I'm not going into too many circles. I just want this to be extremely clear so that moving forward now, when we do these exercises, we're hitting there. Hey, hey. Got it? Cool. So, here we go. So we just discussed that the palette is something that you use 24/7. So not only is it your anchor, okay, but it's also your keyboard, okay? Excellent. Because if I go, oh girl, how you doing? Hey, okay. See, I still have to go to my palette, singing high notes. But the interesting thing is, depending upon the pitch that I want to sing, create, play, it depends upon the positioning of your palette. So I'm making your life easier from this day forth. Instead of you thinking high and trying to go, I'm just going to bring everything to that vocal board known as your palette, your keyboard for the voice instrument. So let's just go and talk a little bit about the palette. So the palette is located into your mouth cavity. It's located at the top and the roof of your mouth, okay? It's made up of two materials. There's a hard palate, as you can see, and the soft palate. So what I want you to do is to take your tongue from the back of your teeth, and go as far back as you can. Take it. Good. I know it's a little itchy. So you felt at the beginning that it was hard, and as you went as far as you could, then you saw that it changed and became very soft. So that's called your soft palate. So you have your hard palate, what's in the front, and your soft palate near the back. Okay? So here we go. This is how we have divided your register: high register, middle register, low register. So on the palette, okay, let's start off with your middle. Your middle register is located on the hard palate, okay? So the hard palate, sorry guys, is made up of two bones, okay? And the soft palate is soft muscular tissue, all right? So the middle register is located in the front part of the hard palate, okay? So the front of the hard palate, about 45 degrees, so 0 to 45 degrees, I'm going to be sending you a diagram with it so you could visualize, is where you focus to produce or play your middle tones from within your middle register. And this is your middle register from your ear, okay, from the ear, your earlobes, okay, all the way to your shoulder blades, okay? So it's from the back right here, okay, because your pharynx is included all here to here. Okay, good. So this is how it sounds, focusing right behind the upper teeth. Okay, A, 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 A. That's why we're doing vowel A before, okay? It's the easiest one. A, A, A. See, guys? Did you see all of this happening with my mouth? No, I just understood where I'm focusing, or I'm hooking my sound, or filtering my sound through to get that anchor. See? A, 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 A. Do you understand what I just did? It's so important. So there's no more starting your notes from down here. No, you just go A. Interesting, eh? Again, A. That's why we did that, so you could find the position. A. There you go. So that covers all your middle register. Okay, there's more to talk about the middle register, but that will be for another teaching. Alrighty, but you can go high and you can go low in your middle register, by the way, as you can in your speaking voice, because your middle register is the zone in which where your high and your low register meets. Okay, anyways. There's a lot of information to share with you, but what we need to focus on is that in order to produce, middle tones, it is in the front hard palate. Okay, now let's move to the rear part of your hard palate, which now, if you take your tongue from the tip of your teeth and you go back, you see it's bumpy, and it starts getting a little loose. Stop there. So from the back of the teeth to that position is the area in which you focus for your middle tones. Now for the higher tones, you continue from that spot that you stopped. So that means you feel like it's kind of moving upward, right? And it's not as bumpy. There you go. From that area all the way to the soft palate. Take your tongue, let's go. So it kind of goes a little bit like this, right? That is the area. That's approximately, let's see, a 90 degree, okay? So that means you're hitting there. Right up at that back of the hard palate is where you focus, okay, your sound to access the higher tones. Watch this. See? I gotta move my mic. See? I'm here. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that so cool, guys? So if I had to go from a middle to a high note, it's front hard palate to the rear hard palate. So watch. Now we're starting to definitely move away from singing and closer to understanding how to play your instrument. And this tool that I'm teaching you guys and I'm sharing with you guys will make all the difference. It is a lot teaching because it's a lot of information. And let's go. So we discovered your middle range, your high range. Now for your low register, it's located in your soft palate, right in the back there. Okay, so a good way I use a character to help you access it is Goofy. Now, please be very careful when you're accessing your soft palate. And when we've been singing low notes in the past, we tend to always fall forward. It's been wrong. What you have to focus is stay in the back. Say that. You see how rich it is? So don't sing here. Go beyond. Go right back. Like you're hitting your back. Watch this. Now when I'm in my soft palate, watch the difference. My lower notes were much clearer than when I'm going, If I go clear, and that's how you play your low register, guys, in your soft palate. So you have to go all the way to the back. Now you have to go and because we tend to go in and downward. That's not good. It's in and back. See, you understand? And that's how you get all your low notes. And there you have it, guys. I just demonstrated to you exactly where you must focus when you're accessing whether you're high register, middle register, or low register. This is some serious information. I hope you got it, because now we're going to move to the exercises. Okay, so it'll be 3 videos. I'm going to break it up so we focus on high register, middle register, low register, so you could easily access them. Okay, if you've noticed, I've been kind of doing that. Okay, because I think sometimes everything in one is a bit too long for you to sit still there. Okay, guys, yay! So let's go and take this to another level where you are now able to bring forth the sound. Good? Yay! And I'm glad that I introduced you to your vocal board. Bye.